Dozens more forced to evacuate Wujal Wujal.
I had sleeping at night, making phone calls, taking phone calls.
They've been moved to an evacuation centre at Cooktown.
Never seen nothing like it, yeah. And the old people, they've never seen anything like it.
As weather continues to threaten parts of the far north.
We are expecting major flood levels at Kawanyama along the Magnificent Creek in the coming days.
All of our vulnerable people in Kawanyama have been evacuated.
In Mossman, homes and streets are still covered in thick brown mud. Sylvia Blackwell and her husband were evacuated from their house on Tuesday.
It was pouring with rain. Well, Greg and I have got a cat each. It was a bit, what the hell's going on here?
Their homecoming has been heartbreaking.
All this needs to be taken away.
In Cairns, reality is setting in for families ahead of what will be a very different Christmas. Jackie Clymer lost everything, even presents for her grandkids.
All of it. Christmas tree, everything. All the stuff's gone. No, I've got no clothes, I've got other people's clothes on. It's just not right.
Authorities are still calculating the cost of the disaster, but say more than 1,000 properties have been damaged.
People are able to access not only small relief payments right now to be able to get you through the next couple of days, but more significant payments as well. So if you are uninsured, you can access structural assistance grants for up to $50,000.
The physical damage is just one part of the devastation. These floods are also taking a toll on the region's economy. This is normally a busy time of year for tourists, and authorities say Far North Queensland's already lost $125 million in cancelled bookings.
The one thing we need now is visitors to be back in this region. Most of the infrastructure is in absolutely perfect condition. 85% of our operators are back to operation. By Saturday, we'll have 90% of tourism businesses in our region back into full operation.
Christy Sexton-McGrath, ABC News, Cairns.
Well, as we've heard, hundreds of people from Wujal Wujal have been flown to Cooktown, but fear they could be homeless for months. ABC News has spoken with some of the community's elders.
United in song and grief. For the Aboriginal community of Wujal Wujal, this is a loss that will take years to process.
I'm homeless. I got nowhere to stay. Everything is all underwater.
Isolated with no power, no services and dwindling supplies, the town of 300 were forced to evacuate as waters rose. Yallingi elder Kathleen Walker, known as Nana Kay, says there was little warning. She's now lost everything.
I'm scared now to go back and live in that house. I probably might move in a higher place, so where I can be safe.
The entire community is now stationed in Cooktown, with many being offered a helping hand at a makeshift evacuation centre. Coraline Shipton was airlifted in days ago.
We had plenty of floods before, but not as bad as this one. It never stopped raining. It just kept raining and raining and raining.
She doesn't know when she will return home.
We're refugees at the moment, mate. That's the main problem. We're refugees. When will the government, when will the politicians help? We just want to be home.
Residents have been offered short-term accommodation around Cooktown, with some staying in caravan parks and even a local school. But with the main road to Wujal Wujal still cut off, many will be here for Christmas and for months to come.
Yeah, I think we're all devastated and sad and sorry.
And we are strong people. We'll get through this together, but we need help.
Victoria Pengilly, ABC News, Cooktown.
Live now to reporter Toby Loftus in Cooktown. And Toby, it's been a huge job, but the last Chinook carrying evacuees has now arrived.
Yes, that's right, Jess. It's taken 3 days, but now the entire community of Wujal Wujal has been evacuated to here in Cooktown. It was a complex operation involving the Australian Defence Force, but now residents are staying here at the local PCYC, at motels, at caravan parks, and even a school's boarding house. Now, Jess, for flood-ravaged communities here in North Queensland, about 1,200 residents and businesses remain without power. Ergon say they're hoping to have that back on by Christmas Eve. And we're not out of the woods yet in terms of this weather emergency. There are significant preparations are being made in Kawanyama on the western part of the Cape. Police there are door-knocking residents, assuring them that there is plenty of water, food and fuel. Authorities say they're monitoring that situation closely, Jess.
Let's hope everybody stays safe. Toby Loftus, thank you.